Hey y'all. Good morning, y'all. I had to put my trap music on this morning. Y'all know my song. Y'all know that's my I gotta get into the game song. Everybody got one. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I need my eyes. They right here. Thank you, Jesus. I was hoping I didn't have to go nowhere and get them. Hey, you said they have updated YouTube. I can't play y'all in the background. You have to have two devices. Huh? Something was going on. It's crazy with these two. You said they have updated YouTube where I can't play y'all in the background. You have to have two devices. I don't understand. What do you mean? Tell me. Right, they tell us what's going on. Busy. Ugh, busy. Tell your TT what's happening. They about the. Good morning, sister. Good morning, everybody. What you mean? They not letting us. Baby, goodness gracious. I know my house got to be coming in. I know it got to be coming. Because God knows I don't like people. And I definitely don't like people being in my business when I don't want them to. Baby, I've been playing Ring Around the Doors all morning. Thank you so much. Rizzy busy? We're waiting on an answer. You gotta explain this to us old people. You see all this gray in my head. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what they're saying to us. They're saying they're going to start censoring everything. I told you all, we might not have long on this here internet. You know that. Who knows that we might not have long over here. Hey, I said, you said I've been trying to make an account on the other one, but glad to see you here. Oh, okay. Well, wherever you can see me. I told y'all they was about to start hiding us. I've been saying that. They've been hiding us since about October of 22. They've been hiding us, ain't they? They've been hiding us. It sucks, but they have. It is what it is. Good morning. Good morning. They doing it now, evidently. They trying to. But you know what? This is the thing, right? We know that time is short, right? Good morning. Raise your hand if you know time is short. Shorter than when we met. I was just watching Professor Yang and I was trying to research the things that he was saying. It was no longer allowing me to make the screen miniature and look things up on Google. Got it. Yes, it's still too late for books. CERCA, if I email you. What do you mean? Miss J, you've been here a long time. We didn't send you books? Email me. Because I could have swore we sent you books. You used to be here a long time ago. We didn't send you no books. Email me. And send me your name. What does that mean? Did we send you books? Because if we sent out a set to you, we don't send another one. But if we didn't, then we can send you some. But you've been here for a while. I thought we sent you some early in this, when we were still on TikTok. I could be mistaken, but... And if I am, I apologize. Okay. You said it was only playing on another device, and the device you usually use isn't working anymore. Interesting. Okay. I don't know. I never asked because I had one, but I do need one now. No, it's me. I should have been it. You said I never had to ask because I had one, but I do need one now. No, it's me. I should have been and got them. Okay, send me an email. Send me an email. Okay. You said when you came in, it says it's only 4 people watching. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to start this class over. Give me a second. Ooh, give me a second. Give me a second. Y'all know the name of this class is called Deceitful. I didn't know if y'all saw that. Okay. I don't think I've had allergies this whole time. That freaking thing was so filthy, it was ridiculous. It was so dusty and so gross. I didn't even call the maintenance man to do it. I just got up this morning and did it myself. I just did it myself. I don't like waiting on people, and then I don't like people in my house anyway. So then, I know now I have not been tripped. Yeah, because that's a lot of freaking dust in there. And the one in my bathroom don't even look like that. That's wild. Okay, I'm going to see if I can take this out so I can show y'all. That's crazy. I knew it. I told y'all every time I come in here, I feel like I can't breathe, and I'm right close to that. Oh, is this going to come out? Okay, well, it's not going to come out, so I'm just going to show y'all. Look at this. Do y'all see the dust in there? The one in my bathroom, and I have my meds in my bathroom, it don't even look like that. You see it? Those are little balls, but do you see right here? So now y'all know why when I come in here, I be coughing and can't breathe. You see that? And it had this filter in it, but we going to put a clean one in there. But I bet you whatever's been going on, because it wasn't like that when I first moved in here. Over the past 3 years, it's gotten worse. And what's real crazy is when I took that thing off this morning, oh yeah, I'm calling them. Y'all better get in here and vacuum all of this mess out of here. All that dust and stuff, it's horrible. So it is not, I probably don't, because I'm like, I developed allergies at 40-something freaking years old. This is wild. No, it's this freaking house. The freaking apartment. Listen, I said, I'm tripping. No, I ain't tripping. And I kept calling them. Man, I took that thing out. It was gross. It wasn't even holding on. It had started tearing apart. Yeah, of course they do. That's why it's dust on my dang things up there. I couldn't figure it out. It's coming out the thing, and if you look in there, it is horrible. And I'm not putting that in my vacuum cleaner. So y'all better get somebody out here to vacuum, go. And I do have a wet vac, but I ain't using my stuff for that. Y'all better get y'all in here and do that. Get that out of there. It's horrible. Horrible. Okay. Here we go. So, what's today? The 18th? The 9th? Somebody's birthday today. I don't know whose birthday it is. I'm tired of trying to remember. Hell, I can even remember barely the day. Okay? I don't know. Somebody's birthday today. I don't know whose. Hopefully I'll see it somewhere else so I don't be rude and not tell them happy birthday. Goodness. Okay. All right. You got your name on your paper? If you don't, please get it there. I'm going to color today. I turned on my video game last night, and it's talking about logging in to my PlayStation Network. Baby, I don't even remember the password. I wanted to play my game. I said, this is stupid. Listen here. I don't have time for this. I want to play my game. So then I just started watching, what do you call it? Somebody got me the Librarians. I don't remember who. Please don't be mad at me. And I'm watching that. Can I reset what? Girl, I don't know. No. I'll figure it out later on today or something. Call my son. I don't know. Once I see I couldn't sign in, baby, I just put the thing in and went to sleep. I don't got time. Menial things are not going to get my time right now. Stuff that don't matter and really don't. I just be like, I know people probably did be like FaceTiming me and stuff. Y'all know I can't. I don't know. I'll figure it out, Pumpkin J. I don't know. I don't know. Auntie didn't even worry about it. I ain't about to worry about it right now. When I get to it, I get to it. I'm just saying. Menial things are not. Like, that's a menial thing. I'll get to it when I will. I'll figure it out. I just forgot what I was going to say. Then, you said, I swear that's a quiet weapon for a silent war. How do I get signed out of everything all at once? I'm trying to tell you, I think they're doing it. I think they're doing that. I'm sure they are, because it's a lot of stuff. It's like, what is going on? He said, I know it's random, but for all the Circle Littles and babies, Dairy Queen has a free vanilla cone today. Oh, if you want to take the kids to get some, check to see if your location is participating. They put y'all on to some free ice cream. Take them kids outside. Let them run around at the park and drop their ice cream at the park. Don't give it to them till you get to the park. Ask them for a lid now. Because I don't want y'all yelling at them and ruining their time before y'all go let them run around and get grass stains on their pants. It's about that time. Let them kids run out. Baby, honey, I'm going to take some kids to the park. You need to run this energy out. Cold, hot, it don't matter. Let's go. Listen, you said we only got Brahms. Ooh, I love it. Just talking to my cousin. Not even, I don't even think it's been a month, baby. That and another place. Yeah. They waffle cones so good. Oh, and it always smells so good in there. Girl. Browns is a truth, baby. Listen here. Yeah. You said that, pow pow. In New Mexico was a domestic incident. Very sad. Sorry to hear that. Tomorrow's supposed to be the first day of spring, so I'm going to see how it is and take the little ones out. That's good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. These are my strawberry shortcake bowls. And my grandbaby going to say, them is mine. Baby, I got to get you some. Because these is grandma's. Now, when I finally do get to take a picture with those grandchildren, whatever outfits grandma get is going to have strawberry shortcake on them for all of us. And we're going to have the exact same hairstyle. So if they mama going to braid their hair up and put some beads in it, I'm braiding these locks up and put some beads in them. And we going to have beads and bows. Okay? Strawberry shortcake. You hear me? I got 3 granddaughters. It's time. It is time. Do you hear me? Oh. You said tonight is a new moon in the spring equinox. I don't know nothing about that. T, I got it. Can you do me some strawberry shortcakes with some glow in the dark and then send me my ticket? That's what I want. Strawberry shortcake. Old school strawberry shortcake too, not the new one. I still want my CT on there how you did it on those. But can you do strawberry shortcake for me? Can you please? That's what if you're going to do something, just send me my ticket. Let me know what it is. And I got to get with you because I got this new grandbaby coming. You said I already had that. Please get out of my head. Girl, okay, yeah. Go on there. But I want them to, how you did, do you remember, do you need to take a picture of my old ones or do you got it? Because I like how you did the thing on the side. It could be just the same colors. Well, I'm going to let you do what you do. I ain't going to tell you, but I had them on the day. I went on and put these on because I said I got to stop doing that. Because, baby, I didn't want them out. I like the black shoe, too. So, you said I had my black Barbie shirt on yesterday. Girl, because the world is... I'm about to have 3 grandbabies. The new one will be here in July. Nah, our grandbabies is due at the same time. Come on in. Come on in. See, and it's crazy. Because she be getting to get in on the kids' names and stuff. Just send me how much it is for the little kid shoe too. Because I got a granny son that's coming. Well, Piglet. But, yeah. Because you can make them in the little kid size. You made all the other ones. Because they keep those shoes, which is pretty cool. My daughter's like, they put them up on little stands and stuff. So, it makes me excited. Very excited. But I got to get another little kid pair made. So, let me know. My 8th G baby will be here in July as well. Dang. Now we all... I was about to say, so all our kids is being grown at the same time. I'm sick of them already. Hello. Can we tell them to go outside and run around too? I already told my kids, hey, chill out. I think it's the 10th of 16. Who got 16? Rika, you got 16? Wait a minute. Oh, you saying the 10th or the 16th? When the baby is due. Girl, they was in the Friday night. There's something going on. But I told my kids, chill out. I wanted a lot of grandkids, but baby, 5 in 4 years is a lot. She due at the end or at the end of July, beginning of August, from what I understand. They kind of keep changing their dates a little bit. They just system changed twice. You know how the doctors be. I don't know. But hold on. Wait and let me get to 50, because if they keep going, I had like 12 by the time. Um, by the time, and FOMO, if we do what we did in this last 4 years, it'll be about 10 of them. Grandma on got that kind of. It'll be a $10 gift per child for Christmas or whatever holiday we doing. I don't really celebrate Christmas no more, but you know what I'm saying. Everybody gonna get a $10 gift. That's a lot of grandkids. I said, my son ain't even started yet. Goodness gracious, it's a whole bunch of them. My grandma, Sue, had like 23 grandkids. You said, and I was the very oldest girl. My grandma, and I told y'all what my granddaddy doing. Listen, I already know. I have a third great grand coming in about 2 weeks. A great grand? Oh, Jesus. You said I have 6 grandsons and 7 granddaughters. She just stopped getting us the right. That's about what's about to happen. That's about what we gonna do. Arts and crafts for grandma's presents. That's what we gonna do. We gonna come and spend time. We gonna make cookies and paint pictures, and grandma gotta buy all of that stuff, and it's a lot of y'all. So we gonna do some projects for our holiday gifts. Birthdays too. Bring you a little stone and bring you a couple acrylic paints, and we gonna write our names on it. And listen, cause you said you want some more grandbabies. You got 2. You got 7. I have 17 grandkids and 2 great grands. Wow. I know a family with 10 grandkids and close to as many great grandkids. It's a lot. Listen. You said them G babies is a real blessing. I have 3 boys from all from my oldest daughter. None of my boys have kids. Listen. They are a blessing. I love them, but they're coming real fast. You said you and my mama in the same. You said it was 6 of. Oh Lord, it was 6 of us. So she already knew she was gonna have like. Girl, I figured about 25. I already calculated in my. But see, this is the thing. When I was younger, I wanted 12 kids. If I could have found the right person, or they would have found me, I would have had as many kids as that person wanted. But I wasn't playing no games with that yet. Pregnant don't mean nothing to me, and I don't mean like I was partying. I will get rid of you. My mama said, "You the only person I know, baby, get pregnant and get rid of the daddy. Go away from me. Leave me alone." Like, and I was young, but I was mean. I ain't even gonna hold you. So I would have had a lot of kids. So the big number doesn't really bother me. It's just how quickly they're coming. You hear me? That's the thing. Like, y'all ain't even giving me no time to get to know the other one before it's another one on the way. Grandma ain't had no time to get, and I'm far away too. So it was cool when it was like 1 or 2. Now it's like a whole bunch of them. I'm like, how I'm gonna divide my time? And then y'all still want to sit on my lap and expect me to hug and kiss on you. And then I told y'all, my Nicole gonna say, I'm holding her daughter on my lap. She gonna look at her like that. I said, why are you looking at her like that? She said, she stole my place. You easily got me about 45 pounds, so I'm supposed to let you sit in my lap still. You bigger than me. And they will side eye their children. When I'm loving and hugging and kissing on them, I catch them. They be having the Cat Williams stomach virus face. You hear me? I'm talking about me mugging my grandkids. Move on. You said me and my sister was pregnant at the same time. She just had her baby this month. Girl, listen. Yeah. My twins was 3 months, and I was pregnant to get me too. Me too. With them last two, as soon as that baby turned about 3.5 months, I was already pregnant. That doctor told me that. I just started crying. I said, no. She said, yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. I'm still nursing. What do you mean I'm pregnant again? My other kids was 2 years and 3 months, 3 years and 3 months, and these is gonna be 13 months apart, baby. This is not what's supposed to be happening to me right now. Baby, I just broke down and cried. I'm trying to tell you I broke down and cried. Sure will. One time my grandma bought matching bracelets with my daughter and then get me one with it. What the heck? Yeah, you don't deserve it. I'm sorry. Y'all don't deserve that kind of stuff. It's not for you anymore. We had our time with you. We made all your days special. That's it. You decided to give us better versions of you, and so we'd rather spend time with them than you. While we love you, we don't feel any way. We just don't really want to be bothered with you guys, and you guys kind of ruin our time when you come around. Like we be having a good time, and then y'all come around, and then the morale all goes to the trash. Because y'all always want to fuss at them or something, or tell them something like, well, your grandma didn't do that with me. I wasn't your grandmother. Rika, I wasn't your grandmother. Of course I didn't do this with you. You're not the same. You're not. I mean, you're good quality, but not the quality of the grandchildren. Listen, D, you said you don't compete where you don't compare, Grim. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why you keep bringing up your past that has nothing to do with this beautiful child's future at all. Why are we still talking about it? Your grandma would have whipped me for that, and I'll whoop you if you do it now. It has nothing to do with my grandbaby. Nothing. Has absolutely nothing to do with my grandchild. You said, why do y'all treat the grandkids better? Because they're better. You want me to lie to you, Niecy? But I can't do it. They better than y'all. There, I said it. I said it for all the grandmas all around the world, all of the papas. They are better than y'all. That's it. It's the truth. They're better. So we treat them better. I'm sorry. It's not respect of persons or anything. We love you guys, but not like we love them. It's a different love. You said I had two stair steppers, 2 years and 3 years apart. Come on. You said me too, my middle too. He was 3 months. And listen, the new and improved version. I'm trying to 2.0s. Listen, you said, D, now you got me questioning if I want to give my mom grandkids if I ever get married. Girl, because you go out the window. Facts. The last grandson don't ever want to go home. He get mad when his mom come to get him. I tell her, just leave him alone. She said, you just let him have his way. Right. If I live close to my grandkids, I guarantee you they would always be in my house for sure. Because they act a fool when I go down there now. Act a plumb fool. You hear me? And do not be trying to be bothered with their parents at all. My daughter said yesterday, look, she been saying it. And at first, whatever. So when I call, she instantly goes, Mama, her hit me. I said, she hit you? Now, mind you, she don't know I've been watching her play. She started whining. She said, why do you do that when you get on the phone with your mama? I said, what are you doing to her? Is she hungry? What did you do? What did you do to her? You hear me? You said, well, hold on, Tracy. Right? And so then I saw it yesterday. My grandbaby been playing me. It's okay. I'm going to play into it every time. She'll say, hi, Mama. And then she come in, she start whining. She said, why do you whine when you get on the phone with her? I said, remember when I told you little kids will make you feel like people is beating them and mistreating them and abusing them? They'll make people think you never feed them because they're going to wait till you get on the phone and say, I'm hungry. Want a snack? Can I have some juice? You just fed them. She said she just ate. I said, I don't know if I believe you. Because why she asking for food right now if you already fed her? No, they being just, hey, still got crumbs. I don't care. Give her some more. Listen, give it to her. You said, good morning. I've been with the #1 mortgage company for 22 years, and I've witnessed a lot. We recently had a layoff in 2025. In less than 6 months, they are asking for volunteers to leave the company. The last time the mortgage industry was shaking was 2008. Oh, I do remember because that's when the club was shaking too. I'm so thankful that I'm prepared for what's coming. When we had this meeting, I heard you in my head. Get your stuff. Come on, Tracy. Did God tell us the mortgage industry was going to crash? He told us. You said they be greedy. No, they don't. Y'all don't feed them enough. Did God tell us? Matter of fact, Tracy, when we got over here, I said, hey, if you have a super high mortgage and you can refi or downsize, it'll probably be working towards that. Don't try to live above your means and be paying a whole bunch because you're going to be upside down in your mortgage. And I might have mentioned 2008. You hear me? And people kept running out and buying these big old expensive houses and trying to live for the people. You live for what you can. And if you can live off less, do so. So thank you for coming in here and confirming that our class about that was right. She worked for the number one mortgage company, and now they asking for people to quit because they know what's happening. You said, I'm so glad that I did. Come on. Come on. Listen, I'm grateful. Sometimes the stuff he tell me, it be seeming way random. But baby, in the by and by, you realize it wasn't random at all. None of it be random. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the phase I'm in right now, because I talked to one of my friends last night and it was real crazy because remember I told y'all dates and times have a lot to do with my life, like dates and times. There's another date confirmed with this. I said, oh, I knew it was something with that date. I just couldn't remember what it was. Right. That's right. You said it. You're right. So another thing, you said, you also said, if you can downsize, do it. Yes. Yes. In every way. Car payment, everything. You said none of it has been random because that's the things that he tells me. That's the thing. How many times have y'all heard me say, I don't know why, but I think we're supposed to get this? He keeps bringing this to me, so let's go on and let's everybody grab it. And then my son thought it was random when I kept telling him to get that vest and put it in the back of his car because he lives in Arizona. He was like, a flood, Mom. I said, I don't know why. God just keeps telling me to I was telling y'all. God kept telling me to tell him to put a life vest in the back of his car. And he lives in the desert. He was like, kept rolling his eyes. I'm gonna go for over 3 months. And then on July 1st or August 1st, whatever day, he's leaving work at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and somebody runs into him going like 100 miles an hour and knocks him over into the canal in pitch black water at 1 o'clock at night in a black car with heavily tinted windows. The only thing that saved my son, well, God first, of course, the gate, when he hit it like clasped under the tires, and the gates went up over the doors. He had to climb out the back. Well, even if he would have had that as a floaty, I mean, God blessed him, but instruction comes before you need it. It always does. In every way, instruction comes before you need it. Do you understand? And it will be random in the moment. Excuse me. Because whatever is coming, okay. Do you all remember when we first started this? Who remembers when we when we was trying to, yeah, they sentencing him and some other stuff. It ain't that much though, because So, not what they would have got if it was different, probably 10 years for some stuff, but for our babies, it don't be that. Anyway, God know what he doing. So when we first came here, do y'all remember me telling people, I said, listen, some of you are going to hear this and you're going to be serious for a minute, and then some things are going to happen, and you're going to forget about dear old CERCA and the things that she said, and then there's going to come a time, right, when every single thing that I'm giving you today, you're going to see it. I also said, hey, there's some people here. You gonna get your stuff and be here for a while, and then I'm probably gonna do something that you don't like, and you're gonna stop. That doesn't mean that these things are not going to happen. Do y'all remember this? Talked about the people that was gonna leave, that they was gonna be happy with me at first, and then after that, it was gonna get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, because I lived this life before over and over and over and over and over. I know how it goes. Okay? I'm still living every day in things. It's every day for me. So every day that I wake up is something that he told me 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 10 years, 12 years, 20, 25 years ago, that it makes sense today. And it's not, well, y'all been here with me for 4 years. I can go back and show y'all time and dates of stuff and tell y'all what he said, what happened, who to look for, all of this. And I'm not saying it like I'm saying it like this is my life. It is. And it has been. And at first I didn't understand it, but I've come to appreciate it. I've come to appreciate the gifts that God has given me. I've come to appreciate not so much the solitude all the time, but I realized that I probably wouldn't be able to hear God if I had a lot of people around me. And now I understand why, because I'm an empath, so that makes sense as to why he doesn't let me around a lot of people, right? But even with that, you said you were in my dream. This is what you told me. You were looking directly in my eyes. Then afterwards, you gave me a hug and let me go my way. I woke up praying to Dad. Come on, sis. You said today I had to block somebody that I talk to almost every day, but it was because they constantly don't hear what it is that I'm saying. Time to go. I'm trying to tell you. The pages are unfolding before our very eyes. All that you have shown and shared with us, the Lord shared it with us. You said the portable tire pump I ordered and it came. The other, how my son ended up needing it yesterday. Come on. You said, yes, distractions are heavy. Pumpkin. Niecy Poo. In real life. You will look up and 2 hours is gone. And you're just thinking. Just thinking. Right? Just thinking. Will have you, hi. Hi, Joy Joy. Good morning. You hear me? So when you think about how God, you said in real life in 4K, it doesn't matter. Listen here. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. So when you think about all that God has trained us to do since we've been here, right? Think about all, because see, we called it class. How many of you know it was training? You said I do now. Interesting. Training technique number 1. Look for yourself. Know for yourself. Understand for yourself. Valuable? Training step number 1. Was it valuable? It was, Joy. Anybody else? You don't think that was a training step? Okay. How many of y'all just used to believe and say amen whenever the pastor said something? Be honest. If the pastor got up and preached, it was okay with you. And you were amen to whatever it was that he was saying. You said, very, I look up everything when it comes to anything. Come on. Oh, okay. You said you in my journal with that one was crying out to God about wanting all that for myself. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Me when I went to church. Before I got here, yes. Okay. All right. So that training technique, like my niece just said, has gone into medicine, food. You don't just write, you be reading. You said everything was valuable. Listen, the ton of bricks that just hit me for over 10 years, people I love genuinely have departed from me for simply admonishing them on the wrongdoing. And God is my witness, I didn't say it in a disrespectful way. This lesson, you're not alone, the only one. You said, look at my children in this group. Okay? So we got that one. Look for yourself, know for yourself, understand for yourself. Okay? Second thing, understand what is really valuable in your life. Your time. Where were you spending it? Who you were spending it with? What you were spending it on? Anybody learn a different lesson with that? How many of you stopped hanging around with people that you realized you couldn't trust? They didn't bring you good energy. Like my niece Pooh said, like you said, how many of you have shed off a lot of people and you didn't even try? Yes, I stay using valuable versus expensive with everything. Okay. Third thing, just because you know you don't say, and if you have to say it, you need to find another way to say it. Can't go no longer sit and listen to the same thing. What are you gonna do about it? Learn that here. Come on. Huh? You? How many of you have become more aware of your surroundings and you pay attention to the signs and the symbols and the words that are in the places that you go? Okay. So let's look at where we are now. We're being censored. Does that fall under your training? Because at first I used to be called rude and stuff when I said you need to learn a different way to say that. If you can't say it without bringing the people over here, you need to leave. Because in a minute, it could cost you your life to say what you want. Who remembers in the very beginning? I'm talking about before we probably even got YouTube. I was saying this. Is that a fact now? Y'all hear my stomach always trying to embarrass me. Hello. So the training that we got in this class to learn a different way to say or know and not say is going to be very valuable in this moment that we are living in. Okay. There's going to be a symbol, okay, that is known unilaterally, I think that's the word, or universally, excuse me, that means that you belong somewhere. Do you think it's going to be important when you are going in places or going around people to understand the symbol that is going to be universally known for a certain group of people? You won't just be walking willy-nilly right into a place where you know for a fact certain folks got a certain symbol, will you? You'll pay attention to the buildings that have that symbol on there, the vans, the whatever, because you're gonna know that, hey, I need to be more aware of my surroundings. And if questions are asked, I might need to say a specific thing without saying a specific thing because it could cost me my life. In the time that we are living in now, do you think it is safe to be around people that you cannot trust right now? Stuff ain't even got really bad yet. The person that's always telling your business to the people that you talk to, and then when you go around them, How many of you learn to listen to God, to that soft voice, or however He speaks to you, to tell you yes or no, go or stay, wait? Okay. Do you think that's going to be important in these next, when we don't have GPS and we might not have cell phone service or whatever it is? Are those going to be good tools to have just about right now, do you think? To know that you hear the voice of God. So if He say, don't move, don't go, wait 2 hours, whatever it is, you will understand that there is something up ahead of you that could be dangerous. Imperative. Come on. You said, I've opened my heart to hear His voice again since being here. Come on, that's going to be vital. Oh, me. And if I don't hear anything, I just wait regardless. Come on. Okay. So I'm going to ask you again, do you think this was just class, or do you think it was training? People didn't think we was learning much of nothing, sitting in here for hours and hours, and they didn't know God was giving us the game. The creator of all things thought enough of the people that stuck to it, the stick-to-itiveness that we had. And He just keeps revealing secrets to us. Hold on, y'all. Let me go call your niece. You said I had that experience just last night. Headed had me aware. You said headed? You aware of, oh, he made you aware of a potential danger right in front of me. Definitely training. Sister. 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 He had, I got you. You know. Let me call y'all niece real quick. She just called me. Uh-oh. Don't tear up nothing. Headphones. Give me a second, y'all. Write your paper down. Write your date and time on the paper. And the name of this is Deceitful. Alright, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay. And I still didn't make no coffee. You see how my kids they be messing. I be one place and then I'm here with y'all and then I'm over there. I be everywhere. Okay. Okay. You said, I hope to hear more clearly lots of different things in my dreams. Not sure how to process. Don't process. Just write it down. Don't. You will drive yourself crazy with that. Take it from somebody that know. Don't. God will give you the dream. He'll let somebody else come and decipher it for you or give it to you later. Just write them down. Because dreams that I just told y'all about my dreams in July. In October. Well, they manifested in December, January, February, March. Okay? Period. God allowed me to know this is about to happen. This is what's going to be happening. 2 different times. Well, 5 total, but 2 different spaces of time. And then 2 months later, it was reality. So, don't try. Just write them down. Sometimes it's a warning for you. Sometimes it's a warning for the world. Sometimes God is allowing you to see what is happening around the country to somebody else. Just let him give it to you. You know? Yep. Don't even try to decipher it, pumpkin. Just let it go, Keish. Write it down and keep it moving. Because, baby, it will drive you nuts trying to figure it out. Listen. Ooh, that's good. When I say in these last 2 years, God has gotten folks who do rock with me and my family away. You say who don't rock with me and my family away? Come on. Yep, girl, that's why I don't even try. I got you. Okay. So I was reading in here, and I know a lot of y'all don't got this book, and it's stories that we know, but I wanted to talk about Samson. Well, actually, before Samson. Well, we'll get to that one. We'll do that one next. So, we all know the story of Samson. Everybody do. They have a little rendition in here of it that it's not really different from what we've read, but I thought it would be cool to just go over some points in it. Are y'all okay with that? And I am in Old Testament Supergraph, more non-canonical scriptures, book 1. So the NTP, book 1. Okay? You don't have to read with me, though, because I just want us to kind of go over this. It ain't a thing where you got to be reading, okay? Is that all right? Because I know some people don't have the book, some people do. It's fine. Okay? Is that cool? Yes? All right, let's go. So it says, this Samson accomplished many feats for Israel and achieved many triumphs. And he erected many trophies. And now the Philistines, overpowered by his feats of courage, began to set upon him with artifice. Okay? So they started to plot on him because he was tearing their tails up. We all know the story, right? Everybody know the story. He was giving everybody the business with a jawbone. Hello. Tearing folks up with it. Right? Good morning. Good morning. Okay? It says, so that they might destroy him. Now, these are people that were in Samson's face. Tell me the definition of deceitful real quick before we get started. Good morning. Good morning. late, sugar. You're not late. You already on time. You already know. What's the someone or something tending to mislead, lie, or hide the truth, often acting in a fraudulent or dishonest manner. You a fraud, huh? You not really 10 toes down, but you right here around me. Because in order to deceive me or be deceitful to me, most times we have to be in connection with each other. Yes or no? So what you saying to me and what you doing is not genuine. Lightweight. Can we say that? Huh? Yes. Do we agree? No. We normally go for other people first. Go ahead and write down on the paper if you can remember at least one time that you've been deceitful. You know, normally we say it first. Who think of a time somebody deceived you? Not today. We just going straight for the dome. When was the time you was deceitful? When was the time that you plotted against somebody, or even at your job, wherever it was? Can you remember a time where you were deceitful? I can. You were proximity to deceitfulness. You can remember a time. You can remember a time where you were deceitful. For those that say no, I ain't never. Have you ever told somebody you were sick and you wasn't? You didn't feel good and you wasn't. You felt fine. Have you ever told somebody you was tired and you were not? You just didn't feel like being bothered with that person. Because if you didn't think you was deceitful, that's deceit. It's a misrepresentation of what it really is. Told somebody I ain't got enough gas to make it over there and you got a full tank. Lies. It's deceit. You said I was just trying to sit in the back and you pulled me by my collar to the front. How about gave a person the wrong phone number? Told them the wrong name. Oh, okay. Anybody ever gave out the wrong phone number? Wrong name. Good for it. Where you stay? On the opposite side of town from where I stay? Everywhere? Huh? You got a man? Yep. Single as hell. You said I was just deceitful yesterday. Ooh. You said, but well, dang, both hands and feet. Oh, because see, folks be like, I'm not. Oh, but you are. Oh, but you do. Oh. Deceit creeps in real subtle, don't it? Oh. Because a lot of y'all, who was like, yeah, no, I'm not a deceitful person. And then you said, wait a minute, maybe I am. You said my other name was Kim, girl. Like a thief in the night. And the moment that you decide to deceive somebody, guess what? You just deceived yourself. Mine was Lisa. Not my baby name. And that's the one I said I think she'll love you too. That's crazy. You know I got a Lisa too. Nicole here. Oh, okay. Makes me think of the white lies I've told. Deceitful. Well, it was the right number, just not mine. Hilarious. They asked you for yours, not somebody's. Hello. I was Ashley for the longest. Mine was Maria. Mm, just deceitful. Girl, I'm on all them lists. You hear me? You said I lied to myself about not being deceitful earlier. Oh. I felt it. I felt some folks talking about they wasn't deceitful. That's why he had me tap dance on four heads. How you can come on up here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on to the front. Yeah. You said I was Tina. Ain't that crazy? How we be like, oof. And God be like, oof. You did not have to say that loud, Dad. He said, and you didn't have to say it that loud either. You disgusted with their deceit, and I'm disgusted with yours. Huh? Well, why you gotta talk to me like that? He said, ain't that how you just talk to them raw and uncut? Oh, okay. Well, you get it how you give it. It's a little hostile in here. He said you was Erica. Oh. Now, in those situations, you said, oh, hey, my name is Tony. Oh, interesting. Now, were you deceived in the, you said this is crazy, it's real too. After you did that, what can you recall? If you did start talking or whatever, or even if you didn't, was there a situation right after that where you were deceived? Somebody didn't tell you their real name. Somebody didn't tell you they was married, dating somebody. You said, I was always Kim. Uh-oh. Huh? Did you get fired from your job? They told you they wasn't going to fire you, and then they did. They told you they was going to give you a raise, and then they didn't. Absolutely yes. Girl. Ooh. Oh. You said yes, married girl. Uh-oh. You said, I'm going to help you. Help never came. Oh. Do I need my shield today? Maybe. I might just need my shield today. The table's turned. Isn't that crazy? We know if we try to deceive others, we deceive ourselves. Isn't that wild? I feel flutters in my chest. Uh-oh. You like, wait a minute. So this, you said, yeah, you might need it, Dean. You said just maybe. Hilarious. I'm just, because see, we don't think that we've been Delilah. Found out he had a woman. I wasn't the main chick. Uh-oh. Man down over here. You might need it. I'm just saying. Was she right there? She close. She in with their arm's length. I just wanted to know. Because no, you might not lie on your hours or whatever else, but telling the man at the gas station you got a man and you don't. Telling the lady that you might not look the way she like the way she look. You got somebody, but you don't. Letting someone else take care of your thing when you got the money to do it and you tell them you don't. Deceit. You said, I feel naked now, sis. Did you have to chop me like this? I'm just saying. You said, I did just this morning. You said 6 mechanics and none showed up. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're going to get on to it. Let's go then. Let me get in here. Okay. Ooh, so we see something right here. Okay. It says they began to have drinking bouts with him, and Samson began to get drunk with them and did not obey the wishes of his mother. I used to tell men I was married and I was single. Oh, girl. Well, I'm married to the Lord right now, but yeah, Auntie kept a ring on. And I wasn't even 19. Kept a ring on. Leave me alone. And I still have one on now, but I'm losing weight, so I had to put it back on this hand for just a minute until I start eating enough bread. All right. Here we go. Now, what's the definition of intoxicated? Yes, I had to move it over here just today because it's sliding around too much. I said, this is not funny. Stress will do that to you at times. Girl, just crazy. I'll call you back. Uh-oh. Hello. What's the definition? Oh, okay. Being under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or other chemical substance to the point where physical and mental faculties are impaired or impure. Okay. Intoxicating is a temporary state of diminished mental and physical control caused by alcohol, drugs, or other chemical substances. Can emotion change the chemical compounds in your body? Love can be intoxicating. Hate can be intoxicating. Lies can be intoxicating. Deceit. Some people, they get off on deceiving people. So because it releases a certain chemical in their mind and they get a specific type of high from deceiving people. People who steal, not boosters necessarily, but kleptomaniacs, they don't care. As long as they can pick something up and you don't know about it, it gives them a high. So there is a chemical compound that is released in their mind that gives them, they might not smoke. You say, yes, because when my emotions are high, it starts me to have pain in my body. Oh, okay. Interesting. Now, how many of your friends and family members have helped you stay in an emotionally intoxicated state? Too many. They tell you stay with a person. They got somebody. Whatever else it is. They hype you up on your drama. They egg you up on whatever. What happened when you did that? These are the people that are in your face, encouraging you. Uh-oh. You said friend. Ooh-wee. Disaster. Interesting. Tell you the wrong things to do. You said geez a lot. Interesting. So you have people around you that would get you hyped up, right? So that your mind ain't thinking right. Whether it be to cheat on your spouse, lie on you, whatever it is. I had to free myself twice from it and them. Interesting. They help you lie. They help you cheat. They help you. It's the same way that the Philistines were doing to Samson. They in his face, drinking with him, eating good, partying. But in their hearts, they plan to keep him distracted because they plan to take advantage of him. So the laughter that they enjoyed while they were drinking was deceitful. When they were sharing a meal and tearing bread off the same loaf, he was eating with his enemies. You know what this reminds me of? Stars. And how everybody in their faith really don't even mess with them like that. They're there for the benefits. Or to be the person to take them down. How many times has this Samson moment been you, that you have been eating and drinking and hanging out with people that pretend to mess with you? The Lord's Supper, right. Pretend to mess with you. And then you find out later their whole goal was to destroy you. Anybody? No? You did? Okay. When I found that out, I was devastated. Okay. Seemed like my life story with people interesting. Oh yes, they actually hate you. They do. Man, this hurts just remembering. Listen. But it should have made you stronger once you understood, and then you don't keep running into the same thing. God will allow you to be deceived so that you could recognize deceit. You said that's what happened to me with my ex-bestie. Interesting, too many to count. Okay. Did it make you become more deceitful, or did you try to make sure that you were not the same deceitful person? I did so much for this person, and I didn't think they would betray me. It crushed your heart. Okay. Did you try to make sure that you didn't crush any other hearts after? Or did you do the same thing that they did to you? What lesson did you learn? You said, I did so much for this. You said, quick correction. All I can say is thank you for the confirmation. You're welcome. Made me not want to do that to other people. Definitely a lesson learned. Yep, and I'm still standing. I had to walk away and not do to her what she has done to me. Tried to make sure I wasn't a deceitful person. Come on. Never be like that. Okay. 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 So then something was carved into you. After that made my circle smaller. Okay. You said definitely did not and don't want to be like them. Okay. Left them alone because that ain't me. Okay. Make sure that I'm not the same. Good job. Good job. You had to look at yourself. Interesting. Okay. So once you learn that people can be deceitful, you are more aware. You said it was definitely an eye opener. I watch people better, and I definitely check myself. So you just go. I can't. Never mind what she said. That it didn't matter how they treated me, but how I treated them. I was not like them. Okay. I've learned how to be more mindful of how I handle people because it wasn't intentional. Interesting. Interesting. So deceit taught you a lesson where it was supposed to make you then be deceitful. Once you were deceived, hello, you realized you didn't want to be a deceitful person. The lesson learned was not to trust her, but I still was deceitful after that. And I'm being honest, I was out there in the streets, and that's not an excuse. I thought I knew. It's okay. You can be honest, sister. Listen, this is what this class for. You said it did hurt though. You said that it didn't. Yeah, yeah, right. Now, let me get this straight. Come on, gal. We need your service. Because I know how these people do around here. Good morning, Isabel. Did God give you a warning about the person? about the situation. Kept giving you little inklings and feelings and dreams and stuff that just made your eyebrows frown. Did he? Okay. 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 So before anyone else could deceive you, you deceived yourself because you didn't listen. You said yes, just last night. Oh, oh. Because if God gave you warning and you chose not to listen before anybody else could deceive you, you opened yourself up to deceit because God is the truth and he don't lie. See how that hurt just turned around on your own self? You sitting there about to soak through it. You did it to yourself. Put your shield up and let me throw one tomato. I already got it. You said, and I shook it off. You said, I sure did. You said the very day of the first day. Uh-oh. I'm sure he did. But then I didn't know better, and I took it because I wanted to have those people in my life. But now, they all gone. Oh, okay. Because God says he don't want you to be deceived. So if you were deceived, you did it to yourself because God is an amazing God that even talks to the sinners. Hello. And tells them not to do things. He gives you an inkling of something. He gives you that feeling in your stomach. So he even said he wasn't it. Not you deceived yourself first. And then got mad when other people knew it was okay to deceive you. Don't worry, I did it too. God said no. I said, sure. I'll find out for myself. And he said, yeah, you sure will. That every single thing that I told you was exactly who they were. You said I sure did do it to myself by not trusting my intuition. Listen, I did that. Everything you said went to sleep hurt. Oh, okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back and read this, and you. God is our heavenly Father, Yahweh, the Creator, Yah, whatever you call him. Okay, he's we're gonna say the Creator of everything we see and don't. Okay, listen now, listen. It says they began to have drinking bouts with him. Samson began to get drunk with them and did not obey the wishes of his mother to take a woman from his own tribe. Now, Samson mama couldn't drink no liquor while she was pregnant with him. No wine, nothing off the vine and all of this. It was all God put her on a very strict diet while she was pregnant with Samson. You said I just had the thought last night about the only person that I talk to now, how she's doing just what others have done. You said to me, have owed me for hairdos, but she telling me how she spent money on things, girl. And that's why these hands don't do hair no more, unless you come with money in hand. And no, I can't give you a discount. Because, baby, they be... sister, that's why I got locks. So I don't even... I got some kazuris in there. It's only one pair, and I'm about to give them to my daughter. I don't have no reason to have my hand in nobody's head. I got one comb, maybe two. I ain't playing with them, and I know it's your hustle, and when you got to do what you got to do. But, girl, that's all right, though. It's so crazy that people do that to hairstylists. Act like you lower than the low, but I'm the person making you look good. I will hit you in your throat. Matter of fact, whoops, I done bushed this little bit of your hair off, girl. I ain't gonna be able to catch that. No, I ain't evil like that, but I could be. Could do it if I wanted. But I didn't. It did not. But that's what it be making you feel like. Moving on. Deceitful. Okay. Again, the girl. I done had so many people play me. That start saying I need my money up front. I ain't even gonna hold you. You already know my work. I'm not about even. Mm-mm. And if I don't like it, I might give you some off, but you don't get to choose how much you gonna pay me and all that old stupid stuff. The many times I said to myself, why I didn't listen to that still small voice that was that warning me. Yes, that's what I was getting ready to say. So Samson thought he was just not listening to his mom, but the instruction came from God to his mother, to him. So sometimes, to those of us that are parents, we have had an inkling or a feeling in our stomach about a person, our child, or a husband or wife or whoever was hanging around. The person that I blocked today was a hairstylist. I sent her a video of Professor Yang this morning. She called me with problems. I had solutions. She said those solutions won't work for her. She continued to complain. I was like, yeah, this is it, baby. I do your cousins the same way. The moment you think I'm about to keep talking about the same thing and the same problem, I'm about to go. What you about to do? Nothing. Oh, okay. Well, I'm about to get off here. Because, no. No. Nope. We're not doing it. I don't want to. As my grandmother would say, no, thank you. I don't want to. No. Listen. So let me ask you a question. How many times in your life has God used your parent or an elder to come and tell you something and you didn't listen and you just thought they was old or hating or whatever, and exactly what that person told you happened? Because first it was God in the inkling, but now he has sent a person to tell you, hey, you might not want to do that. That's going to end bad for you. Or you don't really know that person like you think you do. You might want to, your great aunt. Now, the wisdom that that person had, coupled with God can use even a donkey to speak to you. Can you give me a reason as to why you didn't listen to this person? What made you turn your ears off to the advice? Just being stubborn and hard-headed. She started getting offended by everything I said until she fell silent. Girl, it's just them. You know that be people that be like envious. They be wanting to outdo you, and if they can't, then they don't want to talk to you. You said didn't want to hear what they had to say. My mother, my grandmother, and my aunties, I just thought because they was older and I was stubborn and hard-headed. People weird. They are. I was the one giving the advice. I was the donkey. Okay. You said exactly what you said. I thought my mom didn't understand being young. I was tired of being alone. I thought I was grown and knew myself. Interesting. My own desires. Okay. Okay. He said part of it was because I didn't understand why they were saying don't do it, and I honestly thought nothing bad would happen. Other parts was just me being stubborn. You said, yep, I've been both. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Have you learned to listen to advice or instruction? And of course you have to filter it. But do you now understand that God can send a random person to give you advice for something that is going to be coming up in your life, or a person that you don't think might know, whatever. But you look at people differently now. I had a conversation with my brother recently, and I was like, the next time you go to church, whoever come up and talk to you, ask them 3 reasons of why they gave their life to Christ. See what they say. You say, yes, indeed, very much. Okay? Okay. All right. Do you realize now that those people that he sent, you was looking at the outside, or because you thought you knew them and you didn't know that was just, it was God speaking to you. He was. He was. I done had some random people. I told y'all the day my eye got split open, a older lady said to me, vanity baby, something, something, something. I said, you just mad because you old and ugly. You are bad, girl. Go away. And baby, that same night, nigga had a black eye. I'm talking about cut up out on my face and had a black eye for a month. Old lady, why is you, girl? You just mad because you're old. Girl. And I was in my prime, too. Had my 4 kids. Everything was still sitting. Girl, please. You couldn't tell me nothing. You just mad, lady. You just want to be young again. I get it. But you ain't about to. Girl, listen. Listen. CERCA, it's the reason these tickets. Let me go make me some coffee. On the same day, too. Had on all white. That's when baby fat was popping. Baby, I had my baby fat heels on, my little jean white culottes with my little half a shirt similar to this one almost, which is crazy. Y'all know how our shirts was. Baby, couldn't nobody have told me nothing. Had my little purse, girl, and everything. On the way to work. And God let that pole hit up and all that glass came in, could have took my eye and everything, baby. And I had to walk around with a black eye. It would not go away. It was there for it was there longer than a month, baby. Some months. Honey. And all I could think about is what that lady said to me. Listen. It's a real thing. You said what? I'm a what? Hold on. What you mean? Wait a minute now. What is a strawberry? Because strawberries is that's not a good term where I'm from. If somebody call you a strawberry, that's not a nice name. So what you mean? I'm listening. You said my hubby told me that he had a filter. He had dryer filter stuff to put in the bag. And for me to put it in the bag, I just shook my head and smiled. I thought, I already know that. It's a Snapchat emoji. Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay. Ah! Yes, calling somebody a strawberry is a slur. It's calling you a cheap whore. What? Oh, you said I'm in class and she's turning you into a few. Oh, okay. Oh, your baby. Oh, girl. I'm about to say, wait a minute. You said very cheap. Come on. Wait, right. Hold on. I said, wait. I'm not no. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, girl, I don't know. Because hold on now. Wait a minute now. Auntie was wild, but wait. Not that wild. Yeah. Jay, how old are you? If you were under 35, that's why you haven't. Whores, when we was young, used to be called strawberries. The cheap hoes. Yeah. That's not like, wait a minute, girl. He said, I didn't know calling someone a strawberry was a slur. Yes. You 32? Yeah, no. It was before your time. The old folks know. If you was around in the 80s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Nah, I was like, whoa. And I love strawberries. Strawberries are my favorite fruit and all of that old good stuff. But hold on now, wait a minute. You said do and do. I was around and never heard that. Interesting. But I don't know what happened, Shantae. You might have been in another place, but I used to listen. Me either. Y'all never heard that? Oh, okay. Well, maybe y'all was guarded and stuff. Cause yeah, I got a lot of uncles. So you said, Jay, don't feel bad. I'm 40. Y'all really on fit? Come on. Yeah. See, okay. I got a lot of uncles. So, and I told y'all I used to be. Yeah. Yeah, really? Yeah, you call somebody a strawberry, that means she a cheapo. You said it must be a regional. No, it's not regional. You said, girl, I'm too tickled. Okay, anybody ever listen to Too Short? If you listen to Too Short or any of them niggas, they was always talking about strawberries. Go back and listen. If you heard any yeah, all that music in that era, when they was talking about a strawberry, that's what they was talking about. Okay. My 73-year-old grandma taught me how to say, I can tell a cow how to chew his corn cabbage. I'm going to start using that one too. Hilarious. Corn and cabbage. Listen. Okay, well, I don't know. Yeah. If you know, you know. The slang I remember hearing was you a bop. They had them too. But yeah, my uncles and the men around, they called them strawberries. And then other people too. Like, that's not the first time. Y'all never heard that? Listen. Yeah, a strawberry is normally a drug addicted woman that sells her body. That's what they're called, a strawberry. Oh, y'all know my coffee maker be taking forever. That's why I be doing it in the microwave. You said it means that you're about to tell it like it is. Well, you heard of a tart, but not a strawberry. Okay. Well, they got different names, but yeah, you, yeah, but you can't type that, Keish. You know you can't type that. Yes, I have a coffee machine. Y'all remember? I got one like 2 years ago, but I had to undo it, and then it just I've been used to putting it in the microwave, and so I be having to remember to fill the thing up and everything, and there wasn't no water in there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because if we gonna be real about it, some of us have aunties, uncles, and family members that sold their body for drugs. Okay, so that's why I got, and they still love their family members still. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we say it in a different way. Because again, we just talked about, you know, being under the influence of something and your mind not being whatever. So I be trying to be, you know, I mean, my real dad was, you know what I mean? I think he was throwing that thing for some whatever after he got addicted. So I don't know. Pretty cool. So I'll be trying to be mindful in real life because I know he was. I know he was. I know that. So anyway, back to what I was saying. What was we talking? Oh, my coffee. Um, yeah. Mhm. It's a lot of. It's a lot of grandkids that's probably our kids' age that don't know that their grandparents was on out there wild in the 80s and 90s. You hear me? And some of them early 2000s in real life. So that's why I try to be mindful because we've all lived different stages of our lives. Everybody has. And what might not have been too wild to you could be somebody else's, oh, hell no, I'll never. Right? So you got to be cool because maybe this person was on drugs, but they never got beat up and you stayed in a relationship for 22 years getting your tail kicked. It's the same thing. Everybody has a type of an addiction or whatever it is, something that they have experienced that someone else would say, oh, I could never. You see what I'm saying? It might be your job. It might be whatever else it is. And so we got to be mindful. You said it's definitely levels. Yes. 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 And that's the thing because, okay, again, it's chicks selling their bodies for pills right now. But they'll look at the person that's living on the street selling their body and say, oh, I'm not that bad. But, boo, you still getting bust down for some pills. She just do it in the open. You do it behind closed doors. She might be getting more money than you because you might get a fake pill. And she got her bread. They not giving her no fake money because she got a marker she gonna check it. Huh? We gonna talk about it. So in every situation, there's always gonna be somebody or a situation that, you know. So we just be mindful. I be trying to say stuff without, you know, offending people because there's a lot of people in here that live different lives. You know, we got a lot of different people in here. Excuse me. All right, back to this. Here we go. I just be jumbling y'all around. Do it be moving around like that on y'all TV? I'm gonna have to go back and see today how that be looking. You said in the 90s, I was in, you said in the 80s, I was in high school and it was definitely, and it definitely was different from now. Used to drink that Strawberry Hill Boone's Farm and did. And the Peach Fuzz one. And I wasn't even in high school. 7th grade. Had it in the TLC bottle. And did at school. So up. Moving on. Here we go. Was. And my friend mama was the principal at a school. That didn't mean nothing because she didn't care about going to buy us liquor. And she knew we was underage and used to be buying liquor for us. That's why I don't trust my kids at people's house because she was the principal, the lady. She'll buy wine coolers and stuff like that for us in real life. Hold on. It's the same book, Pumpkin, that I had the other day. NTP. Just look up Old Testament Supagrapha. More books. It's book 1. I didn't show it today because everybody don't have it, and I don't want to have to keep doing that. Give me a second. It's the same one I showed a couple of weeks ago. You said same one of my coworkers bought it for me when I was working at a job as a teenager. Oh yeah, I just found out. One of my daughter's bosses. I could have anyway. Yeah. All right, let's get back to this. They began to have drinking bouts with him, so drinking contests. Samson began to get drunk with them and did not obey the wishes of his mother to take a woman from his own tribe. He was eating with the Philistines instead. One day when he had became drunk. So that means this ain't the first time, right? Because drinking contests mean you keep doing this. Huh? You keep going back, not being completely 100% around people that plan to destroy you. So when your mind is weak, or when your thoughts are not clear because you're inebriated, you want to keep going around people you can't trust? Why would you do that? You sis, huh? Why would you do it? You wait till you sad to go around this person and you know you vulnerable. You wait till you upset and you go around this person and you know you vulnerable. And you already know that if they get the chance, they will ruin your life. You said that used to be me. Thanks, Dad, for taking that away. Okay. You said the old man at the liquor store. No. I'm saying, how many times have you been emotionally intoxicated? Because we talking about emotion now. We're not really talking about no alcohol or nothing. You've been emotionally intoxicated. And you go around people that you know don't have your best interest at heart. You said the games we used to play that required taking a drink. Right. Huh? This is how people have affairs. It's one of the easiest ways to have an affair. You're emotionally upset and you put yourself in a position to be around somebody that you know wants you in that way. And what they are asking you to do could tear up your life. It will destroy your marriage if the other person find out or whatever else. So is it smart when you are emotionally impaired to go around people that you already know have encouraged you to do something that is not right? If you angry, you probably shouldn't listen to your homegirl telling you to go to his house. Go to his job. Call his baby mama, wife, whatever. Her men, same thing. You're angry and you know your homeboy be tap dancing on his girlfriend or wife head or whatever. Don't take no advice from him. Or at least don't go over there while you angry. You know he cheat on his wife all the time. You know she ain't never happy. Why are you going there when you're emotionally intoxicated? Feeling like your wife ain't giving or girlfriend ain't, that's not the place you go. Because those people are the Philistines in your life. They are envious of the things that God has given you. He's allowed you to achieve. And they just trying to absorb the information so that they can figure out exactly what your strength is so they can break it. Huh? Because he had to keep going around them for them to get his secrets. And when they couldn't get it when he was drinking, they used a woman. And they didn't just let her be a fling, he married her. She got to live in the house that he built. And he couldn't even see it. You said that's when sinful desires become temptations. Come on. There was a warning that came from God through his mother. Stay away from them and her, or you're going to lose everything that you have worked so hard to achieve. Your name is going to be gone. Your victories will mean nothing. Because if you don't heed the warning, heed the instruction, you will be deceived. Okay? That part. You said that's a conversation my sister and I had last night. People trying to break confidence in. Girl. You said our confidence in our spirit in real life. In real life. In real life. Sometimes you don't even realize that you're doing it, giving the enemy all of the information that they need to destroy you. Because you think it's a game. You think, oh, okay, I'm just telling them whatever. Oh, okay. You didn't give them everything they need to know to destroy you. And there was probably a warning that came prior to that you didn't listen to. All of us have been there in one way or another. Whether it be don't take that job because they lying to you once they get you on over there. They do that to get you in the door. Then after your 90 days, I didn't have them kind of jobs too. They playing with you to break it. You said it. Ain't that crazy? They want to find out your strengths. Sucks that people are like that. But they get close to you and find out what you like, what you don't like, because they want you to break. When I was 20, my mom explained to me the road that an older man would take me down, and it was so true, girl. Amen. Listen, that part. Tell auntie I said hello. All right. It says, one day when he became drunk from wine, the Philistines shackled him in irons and put 7 collars on him, for they feared to touch him when he was fasting. By putting him in irons, they assumed that when he became sober from the wine, he would make an agreement with them not to fight with them or make war. Now, key word. And their key words, this ain't their first time trying to trick you. This is not their first time trying to deceive you. All the other times just didn't work. Huh? It's not their first time lying to you. It's not their first time leaving you hanging. It's not. But you keep thinking it's a game. You keep thinking that this person, this enemy, this job really got your... Okay. I'm not trying to be funny. But the Latin people that voted for that man, how many of them got a rude awakening and realized that they were deceived? How many MAGA people are waking up right now and realizing that they were being deceived? But it wasn't the first time he lied, because this is his second term. They knew he lied back then. They knew he was lying on the campaign trail the first time when he got elected, while he was in there. After he got out, he lied on this election campaign, and then he's still lying in the office daily. He said, yes, I most definitely have had my secrets used against me to harm me. Come on. How many times you going to let them deceive you? How many times are you going to give? Look at this now, because we're watching it happen in our world right now. How many times are you going to support the person who decide or has decided in their mind to deceive and to destroy you? You got to think. They thought they had him bound and he broke out. So God, this person thought that whatever blow they gave you or whatever situation they put you in, they thought that was it. God allowed them to think so. And then you broke out, you got happy, you got excited about life again, wanted to go back to school, whatever else it was. And guess what? He sent the same spirit back. They didn't go get no new Philistines, different Philistines. He had to have been acquainted with the young lady. So she was probably at the parties because they've been putting people on him, trying to see who could get him to talk. You said, this hitting my gut, thinking of all the people who are now gone, girl. I'm trying to tell you. You be like, that you really did. So nobody was my friend? Nobody? I mean, nobody. Wow. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You hear me? It will hit you in your stomach. Because you thought the whole time, this ain't the first time they did it to you. Ain't the second time, ain't the third time, ain't the fourth time, ain't the fifth time. They keep doing it, and you keep allowing it. Hello. You said I had that reality check a lot, and it hit me again last night, and now you having this message, girl, because the Lord know what we all need. I'm going to get through it. Let's go. I'm trying to tell you. Ooh-wee. It says, Samson awoke in the middle of the night. Interesting. See, they thought they was going to have to the morning. He woke up in the middle of the night, and the wine was gone. Huh? How many of you have woke up in the middle of a situation and said, oh, heck no. What am I doing? I must be crying. I gotta be crying. Why am I even still dealing with this? God didn't wait till they had completely did you dirty. He allowed you to wake up out of your mental stupor, out of your sinful stupor, and say, hey, get a grip, get a hold of yourself. Because you about to be chained up to some mess if you don't listen. You're doing too much. And the people that you hanging out with, the situations you keep allowing yourself to be in, they done showed you what they gonna do. They put you in 7 chains to make sure you couldn't do nothing, to make sure you couldn't work, to make sure you couldn't succeed, to make sure you couldn't be happy, to make sure you couldn't worship God. They kept putting, you said facts, guilty, D, all of the above, girl. Girl, here we go. It says he came to and broke the bonds and utterly crushed the 7 chains. Then he got up and went and found the gates of the city closed. By shoving up against them with his shoulders, he tore out the city gates, along with the tower from their foundations. So God let you get up, wake up out the situation, break free, okay? bust out of there. You got out just with his shoulder. Come on. Okay? He used what God already had given him, which was the strength, to get out, to succeed, because he getting ready to go up on top of the mountain and put it there like, yeah, I got out. Just so y'all know. Okay? But look. He then picked them up and went up and placed them atop the mountain. In an act of retaliation against them, Samson found a pack of big cats, caught them, tied their tails together, and burned them with wax. It being the harvest season at that time, he then released them into the fields and reduced their fields to ashes. Well, we're going to equate you not trying to get back at them with you tying the tails together and putting some wax on it and then setting the cats on fire and all of their stuff gonna burn. Because see, this the thing. He did that in retaliation. But we don't have to do that. But that is a representation of what God will do to the people that keep trying to deceive you. He will let you succeed, let you get out, let you be okay. And then he'll go through there and let fire run through their life. Long as you don't try to get your get back. Hello? No? How many of you have said, you know what? I'm not even going to do to you what you do to me. And then all hell broke loose in that person's life. You were still hurting. And that person might have had to call you and ask you to pray for them, even though they just tried to take you out the game. Hello? So them cats, okay, excuse me, you say here, right, Rashida, they was lions, or pumas or something. It was big cats. Oh, okay. Oh, ran through there, take them through there, take them through there. Oh, okay. I just want to see if you see what I see. All right. It says, it being the harvest season at that time, he then released them into the fields and reduced their fields to ashes. Now the Philistines came up with a plan again to give him a woman from their own tribe, which they in fact did. After the matrimonial bond was made, he came to see the woman to whom he was betrothed. Lo and behold, he came to see the woman to whom he was betrothed. So basically on the way over there, he came upon a lion on the way and he smelled it. We all know this story, so we're not going to go there. Now, we know what happened. He killed the lion. He went back. He ate some honey with some of the Philistines. So the very people that sicked this woman on him, the very people that put him in chains, the very people that have been trying to keep him drunk so that he cannot think or to diminish his strength, he is now sitting down and eating honey out of the head of a lion that he killed with these very people. Could you do it? If you invited your homegirls over and a nigga came over, we'll say 3 niggas came to visit y'all, or vice versa, men, whatever, with the woman. Look. And all of a sudden they get to acting crazy, and then y'all know the game. Everybody get your stuff together, because this ain't what you thought it was. If you was the only one that got tied up, how would you feel about your homegirls and the niggas that they brought? It's 7 people here, but 6 of them is free. You the only one tied up at the end of the night. And I mean physically tied up with like tape on your mouth, hands tied up, feet tied up. What would you think? These 2 homegirls is here. You would be pissed. You would be disappointed. Think about it now. It's you, two of your homeboys, two of your homegirls, whatever. Some people come to your house or they house, wherever y'all at. You thinking it's a chill session, everybody just about to chop it up, whatever. But by the end of the night, the other two people that are supposed to be your friends and the people that you don't know, everybody is standing around you. And when you come to, you are tied up. Would you think you had been set up? Would you be wondering if you were going to live? What would be your mindset? These people you done chill with, the homegirls or the homeboys. Now, you might not know the other people, but if you are the only one that is bound, what you thinking? Definitely the world, they would be suspects. I would want to fight and get out because I felt like they set me up. Okay. So can I ask you a question? Would you go back and hang out there after you had already been tied up? You'll go back and drink there again? You said it would be WTF for me and never again. No. You said I'd be pissed off eating with the enemy. No. Okay. Hello. I'm CERCA TROVA, and welcome to the CERCA TROVA Show. We have some test results here that we have been waiting to reveal, and we are going to reveal them now. Are you all ready to know the test results to the answers to the questions that I just asked you? Can we get a hand clap from the audience? All right. The envelope, please. Thank you. All right. So in the case of, would you go back after you have already been tied up into a situation that had you bound? You answered no, and the test result says that's a lie. Because if you'd never listened to I done went back, I got caught up in the sheets again, any of that, that relationship had you bound, and other people that was around you was encouraging you to stay bound up in that situation. Hello. Encouraging you to stay bound up in your sin. They don't want to introduce you to the person that now has your mind bound, your spirit bound. So I'm going to ask you again. If you the only person in the space that's tied up and bound up, is you going back? That's true. My meds is calling me. I want you to think about that. Now, I'm not calling y'all a liar. But this is for... You said it would be the hardest thing I would ever have to do if God put me in a situation to be in a room again. No. That's not what we're talking about. I'm asking you, back in the day, maybe not today, I asked y'all if y'all got into a situation where your friends was around and at the end of the night you was end up tied up. That ain't happened to you in real life. Who introduced you to most of the people? Right, Rika. Thank you. How'd you meet your spouse? How'd you meet the person? Where'd you get them from? You said, okay, really, I tiptoed back a little. Either you tiptoed back or you didn't. Either you went back to a place where you were bound or you didn't. And your friends and your family and the people that introduced you to this situation, whatever else it was, they was sitting around there and everybody was kikiing and hi-hiing, and they knew that you were bound. Yes or no? Some of them helped you stay bound and told you to stay in a situation where they knew you wasn't happy. You said still here to be honest. Oh, okay. Oh, because you was tied up in sin. You was tied up in whatever else it was. You said I lied because baby, I was bound in every situationship I was in. Oh, okay. Now I ain't calling y'all a liar. Y'all know I just did that for this. Right? I apologize if anybody was offended that I said you're lying, but it's a skit. It's a skit. Okay? I'm not really calling y'all a liar. But hello. Because when you thought it was physically bound, you said, no, I would never go back. But what is depression? What is domestic violence? What is financial abuse? What is mental abuse? You bound in those situations. And there were people around you that told you to stay. They encouraged you to stay bound. Hello? Girl, you just overreacting, bro. She ain't probably really mean it like that. That's because they sleeping with her. He don't want you to leave. He don't want you to leave her because he can come over to your house and don't nobody suspect nothing. Hello? Because that's your friend. And you trapped in something that's going on and going to the person that is causing you to be trapped. Giving them all your secrets. They couldn't get it last time they got you drunk, so they took you out again to get you drunk. And ask the same question in a different way to get a different answer, but they want the answer they need to destroy you. I mean, is we gonna act? So did you deal with some Philistines like Samson did? Did you ignore the warnings like Samson did? Did you keep messing with people that was going to keep you bound in situations and you knew they didn't have your best interests at heart? Did you? You stayed in a group of people, family included. You said DNA thought it was love and or for listen. Okay. So do you find yourself identifying with Samson a little bit more today? It's even crazy that my son didn't really care for her, but I ignored him because he was young. You said, and I thought I knew better. Uh-oh. Who identified with Samson a little bit better today? Because, see, they always give Delilah, right, a hard time. But Samson was disobedient in a lot of different ways. And he kept going back to a situation that he knew was not good for him. He kept hanging out with people most of my life doing that stinking, drinking, thinking until Dad delivered me from it. But I literally looked up all the verses about drinking while I had wine in my hand. Come on. I'm just saying, but you can be intoxicated on anything. It don't necessarily even gotta be liquor. It could be a person, because the person that just passed away, he was definitely my drug of choice, and that's why I got to stay in AA. Well, I ain't got no choice now, but yeah, I've been in uh I've been in AA since about 2012, honey. Do you hear me? 2012. I've been in that man's AA, Anonymous. I have. And then I relapsed in about 2021, and then I ain't been back. Y'all still love me? It's okay. You'll love me tomorrow if you don't today. And y'all let me go without my coffee. It's probably cold. Y'all supposed to remind me. Goodness gracious. Oh, I forgot something. It's probably cold. Uh, and it is cold. Listen, you said even when he lied to her about his weakness, he still went back after he seen them try every time. Why do we gotta be so stubborn and hard headed when all it does is make our trials and tests harder? Had he only been obedient, okay, you picked it up. Because the instruction just wasn't coming from his mama. It was coming from God, who knew the hearts of the people that he was going to be around. Hello? So, can I ask you a question? Have you deceived yourself? Have you lied to yourself? I have, plenty of times. Deceit is a tricky thing. The moment that you don't listen to what God is telling you, you open yourself up to be deceived. The moment that you don't listen to instruction, we all know Samson's end. He had to deal with them people heckling him for years, talking about how they triumphed over him and how they caught the strongest person. You so used to being strong, you don't realize people envy your strength. They envy how you go through trials and tribulations and how you can still smile and still happy and still kind and all of these different things. They envy that. And they want to strip you of your strength. Okay? But they don't know the secret to your strength is you dependent on God. Huh? They don't know your strength didn't come from you. But because you keep telling the devil your secrets, he's able to overtake you. Because you keep giving the enemy too much information, letting them know your location and all of these different things, the enemy has full access. Keep going around a person and contacting a person that only makes you feel horrible. That never say nothing good about you. And you keep going around them. They see that you have high self-esteem. They want to take it. At work, y'all, this was a good message and I absolutely loved it. Hey, have a good day. You said your hug's getting tighter and tighter today. Sorry. I gotta be nice to you. I need my shoes. No, I'm just playing. Listen, girl. You know when I read it? Because guess what? Y'all want to hear something crazy? The situation I'm coming out of right now and the understanding that God has given me. Remember I told y'all that person brought darkness with them? Remember? I just saw a post that I had made years ago on April the 9th or April the 2nd where I said I can finally see the sun. 2012. Okay? The same darkness that was looming over Samson is that same darkness I felt, and it was at the hand of a lover. Do you hear me? Right. My joy left, my peace left. I couldn't see as clearly. I was walking around in confusion. I was always upset. I was not at my best. Was he? Well, Auntie was going through it when he was born. You hear me? Girl, that was one of my craziest years. But I remember when the darkness left. I remember when I could see again. Do you hear me? And I just kept giving this man my secrets to my strength. And guess what? He used them to break me down. Okay? It was nothing but the grace of God that I came out of that situation with my life, my sanity, my health. You hear me? I kept playing with the devil. Like he hadn't already told me that his intentions was to destroy me. You said I can remember when the darkness, you said left too? Listen. Samson was left in darkness for the rest of his life because his ears would not adhere to what God was saying. So his ears cost him his eyes. You said betrayal and deception is the theme in my life this week. Listen. Did you hear what I said? His ears cost him his eyes. Not only his eyes, his strength. His beautiful, big, thick wicks that he had on his head. Huh? How many of us, because we didn't listen, lost our way? couldn't see like we used to see, couldn't hear, just out here. You said, Circa, what prayer do I use for battling the spirit of alcohol? Well, first you need to deal with what makes you drink. That's the first issue. Because you're trying to numb whatever, and not with you, whoever it is. The first issue is dealing with why you drink, whoever it is. They're trying to numb a pain. Alcohol ain't nothing but medicine. And when I say that, I mean they're self-medicating. So you have to find out, okay? You said, I know I did. I was hard-headed. You have to find out why that person is self-medicating, and then deal with that issue. And the craving for the alcohol normally will subside over time. But most times people drink heavily to not think. And they don't want to think about something that has happened to them or something that they've experienced. So if you can get that person to see that experience in a different way, it will help with addiction. And then two, some things come out by fasting and prayer, but the renewing of the mind every day. Okay? Because if I have to think about the old stuff, that's going to make me want to drink. Okay, so if God renews my mind every day, then my reason for drinking goes away. You said that was you, Auntie? It's any drug. Any that's shopping, that's eating, that's whatever. That's what a stress eater is, a stress shopper, all of that. It's addiction is addiction. It's more like when they drink, they are different. Oh, I know. Mm-hmm. Because listen, baby, as long as you tipsy, you're you. Once you become drunk, you're dealing with an ancient entity. You're not even dealing with that person anymore. The moment that the spirit in the alcohol knows that that person has gone over their limit, they literally open themselves up to whatever entity want to get in there every day. My ex-husband was an alcoholic. The person I was with before my husband, they both had alcohol issues. Held a friend I just told y'all to stop by yesterday. That's why we wasn't friends, because he had got real bad on the alcohol, and I couldn't. I can't do this. You one person in the daytime, and then after 4 o'clock, you somebody else until whenever you stop drinking. I can't deal with that. My grandmother was a raging alcoholic, so I've seen a lot of addiction, and not just alcohol, drugs, everything. Money. I've seen people addicted to money. They did horrible things to the people in our family for money. I done seen it all. I done seen the whole people addicted to attention and want to be known as the rich auntie, and they, how they treat. I done seen it all. Everybody got an addiction, and whatever spirit come into them, you'll see it. You said that's why I need some prayers. That spirit is different. Well, yes, and you need to be going on a fast so that God can protect you, because those entities that are in those people will hurt you. They will, in one way or another. Facts, giving glory to God, and WOIU for renewing my mind and the knowledge helped me with leaving the alcohol spirits alone. Come on. You said, yes, something happened to me when I was 5 years old, and I was a full-fledged alcoholic at the age of 13 to 45. Come on. My dad was an alcoholic, and 3 exes was alcoholics. It's real. It's a real thing. People that do any type of drugs that keep them out of their self do not want to think about something. If you can help them to heal that hole that causes them to self-medicate, then the need for those things, it subsides. Yeah. I mean, there's people that are addicted to intimacy. Okay? And whenever they feel like they're not good enough, they go out and get a new partner. It's the same thing. Well, they're dealing with rejection. So if you can help them to understand that God didn't reject them, then they are not so quick to give their body to a person that they don't know, or to multiple people at one time. You see what I'm saying? And they start to act different when they start sleeping with other people. You can see it. They're just different. It's the same thing as adding a new drug into your body. Same thing as hanging out with people that do certain stuff, whatever that thing might be. When they start to be around that spirit, they have, just like with Samson, they have to get you off your normal in order to be able to get at you. So it's the same. You hear me? So you can anoint your home if this person lives with you. Anoint your home and start asking God to allow the spirits not to be comfortable in your space. Now, that could turn out one of two ways. The person is going to leave and not come back, or God will free them. But you never know how it's going to go, because, honey, that's a prayer I praise. Lord, don't let them be comfortable here. The demons that are in them, don't let them be comfortable on the inside of this space. And baby, you going to see something. You're welcome. I didn't pray. I hate to say it. I used to pray that prayer for my mama. I anoint my house quick before she come over. Lord, don't let her get too comfortable. Don't let her stay long. I ain't even gonna hold you, because I don't want that spirit in here doing whatever. Now she getting better, I guess, but different people, I started praying and anointing my house before they came over, and they wouldn't stay long. Matter of fact, some of them stopped coming through the door. They'd sit outside on the porch. Come out here, I'm gonna smoke or whatever. Come out here. Okay, I'll come out here with you. You have dominion over your space. You said mine can't stay no longer than 30 minutes. I'm trying to tell you. I praise dominion over my spaces that I gotta be in, because you ain't about to drop no little spirits off over here. And now I'm suffering and you done went on and you feeling like, no, we're not doing that. Yeah, them prayers work. That's why I don't like nobody in my house. I told y'all my homeboy, when he lost his son, he came over, he had his stuff. And so he ended up passing out. We was just, y'all know, sitting in there talking. This is my friend for 20 years. Well, he went to sleep in my bed, so I went and got on the couch. I couldn't sleep in my bed comfortably for like a month. I had to pray over my bed. But he was going through grief, probably a bit of despair, sadness, confusion, because he lost his baby. So those spirits, okay, even though I did not sleep in there with him, I was restless for several nights. I think it was over a month or close to a month that I just could not. It was like something was in my bed. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's too why a lot of our grandmothers was like, don't let people sit on your bed. Man or female, don't let anybody that does not sleep in, other than your kids, sleep on your bed. Y'all remember this? Anybody grandma and them used to tell, or mom used to tell you, don't let people sit on your bed? They used to be talking about, for their tails too. But it's a real thing. It's a real thing. People say, oh, you can't drop no spirits off. It's not true. Because if that's the case, you wouldn't be able to transfer spirits with sin. That makes no sense. You said, I tell my children that up to this day. Yes. You said, yes, I started pleading. And I started pleading the blood, or praying. And my brand new TV dropped. I picked it up and started again, and it fell again while he was drunk. Just going off wanting to argue. Yeah, baby, you be careful. Be careful. I'm trying to be careful. You said, okay, hello things show can be dropped off. Girl, yeah. I had to watch those spirits consume my first hubby. He passed at 40. Listen. It's a real thing. You be careful. Be careful. And really. Literally, alcohol is man eating spirit. Right. Yeah, I know. Baby, listen, I was married to a man for 5 years and I was with another one for 3. You're not telling me nothing I don't know. We was perfect as long as they didn't drink. Everything was always good until that liquor hit the bottom of their belly. I know, pumpkin. Believe me. Auntie come May be divorced 5 years. I know exactly. As long as my ex-husband didn't drink and the person before him didn't drink, we were great. It wasn't until they got liquor in their stomach that, you could feel the shift. You could literally feel the shift. I wouldn't even have to be looking at him, and I could feel that spirit like gritting his teeth and looking at me, and I'm like, oh God, we about to have an argument. So I try to put my, I'll be ready to go. You said, but I'm bound, as you say. This now, well, ask God. I mean, I don't know. You have to pray. My father was an alcoholic. You can smell their insides. Yeah, yeah. You know, I mean, and we're not just focusing on alcohol because it's whatever. But this is just the topic right now. So I'm just gonna say I understand more than you know. My ex-husband, he used to hide. Man, when we got divorced and I finally made him leave, baby, there was alcohol bottles under my seats in my car that I didn't know. They was in his boots in the closet. It was so many shot bottles everywhere, just hidden in places. I couldn't believe it. I could not. He was hiding it in his shoes, and then putting me in danger because it was open containers in the car, and I had no idea. So he would hurry up and shoot them before he got to the house, so he could already have a drink in him before he got to the house. But then he stopped drinking super hard liquor for a while and started drinking wine. Well, he was drinking a whole box of wine a night. And I told him 1 cup. So what he do, he go get the biggest cup he could find that could fit 2 bottles of wine in it. And I didn't realize that's what he was doing. So when I tell you I know, I understand. You said they were everywhere in my room, house, his car, in the bathroom, under the couch. I'm trying to tell you. And she's the one I got pregnant. You said the woman I got pregnant, I had to leave my apartment to her. You said, yes, ma'am, my mama and my grandma, and I'm 59 years old. And don't let nobody sit on my bed. Yes, you said bounding ourselves to things we need to walk away from, even when you love them. That's how the devil gets you. I just told y'all, if that man, if the only thing that kept me from that man, I keep trying to tell y'all, I'm gonna keep telling y'all, the only thing that kept me from that man is God told me he would kill me. Other than that, I would have been with him. That's it. And he was an alcoholic and everything. I didn't care. He wasn't a, yes, he was. Well, maybe he drank a lot, but not every day when we was together. But when he drank, he always overdid it. And we would always end up fighting. Right? Well, from what I understand, he's gotten worse, or he had gotten worse in the last couple of years. I don't know. But the same thing. But that spirit always wanted him to hurt me. That spirit was always angry. Now, my ex-husband, he didn't have like the I'm about to tear you up, because I would fight him. But we argued a lot. And I went to bed angry so many nights. I went to bed in tears so many nights. I woke up frustrated because he would wake up in a bad mood because he doesn't feel good from the alcohol. So he's going to do something to piss me off at 3 o'clock in the morning. So then my day is bad. And then once he feels but you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. And this isn't to anybody, whatever. But he basically told me when he drank, like he drank so much that he woke up drunk. And it just felt like he lived in a video game. That's how he described it to me. He was like nothing was real. Because he was pretty much drunk all day. So then you're having conversations. And this isn't every person that drinks. This isn't every alcoholic. This was just my experience with the person that I was with. Not all people. Some people get drunk and they cry. They're sad. Like my grandmother, she would cry. She would just cry about everything. She was sad. It made her depressed. You know what I'm saying? So everybody handles it differently. Hello. You see? But it's no different from my mama getting mad and she gonna go spend all her money. Then she gonna go get my daddy money. Then she gonna call my brother. And she gonna do this. She gonna max her cards out. And then cut them up. And then, because she got good credit still. Gone, they gonna send her all the new cars again, and she gonna go through the cycle again. It's the same thing. And when she can't spend money, and when she can't do, she gets violent and gonna ruin everybody's day because she ain't got. She don't want to spend her money. She want to spend their money. So what I've seen in alcohol, I've also seen in shopping addiction. You say yes. He always mad, crying. Everything is ruined in his life, and you gonna stay well. I mean, I don't know if y'all married or not, but this is a choice you're making. Because I made the choice to stay until I didn't. Until I was tired. Because you're not about to keep making me crazy. So you have to decide on what you want to deal with. And once you do that, everything will fall into place. Because you can keep complaining about it, but what you going to do about it? Have you tried leaving to see? I mean, I don't know if y'all married or not, but he keeps showing you. So you're going to have to figure out what you want to do. You said the worst part is that our kids had to watch him go through it, right? And you're causing another, because children most times deal with problems the way that you do. So if you go to a substance or whatever to calm your nerves, and they know, okay, mommy or daddy was mad or whatever, and then this is what they do to calm themselves down, then more than likely it doesn't have to be that exact same thing, but it'll be something similar as to how they cope with their issues. So, I mean, not, I don't know if you have children, but if your kids are seeing that, you are showing them how they're supposed to be daily. Period. Now, can God come and undo a lot of things? Absolutely. But you got to get to the point where you tired. And that's really what it is. I couldn't do another day. I was like, I'm gonna be in jail or being stroked out, because I was so stressed out all the time. So I had to leave. It wasn't healthy for me. And then my kids had started drinking. Not all of them, but my girls, they had started drinking. And they never used to see me with no liquor. And they started drinking because they saw him. He left wine in the refrigerator, left liquor. I don't even know. He might have been buying it for him, and I didn't know. In real life, I'm sure he bought it for my oldest daughter. So, because he did it for his kids. Anyway, I'm about to let y'all go. I'm gonna go call y'all niece back. And my chicken turned out yesterday. I'm so happy. I heard the little pop. So that means it's sealed, right? Yeah, my mom is a shopaholic too. I told y'all, when I lived with my mama, we got new clothes every day. She was gonna shop, whether it was brand new, secondhand. She was gonna shop every day, every single day. She still buys something every single day. Right now, she gonna spend some money every day. Love you too. Thanks for the tip. The baking soda, it worked. Wow. See, that's why we need each other in here. The pop means it's sealed. Yep, I seasoned it real good too. Yeah, I seasoned it real good. Thank you, Circa. You said I'm going to finish watching The Protection. You never knew you had video. It's good. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I love y'all. You ordered your book? Okay. I know what I know what you meant, Pumpkin. It's okay. I love y'all. I'll probably see y'all later. I don't know. Y'all see my evening's been kind of weird. So, I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully today, hello, you realized that before anybody else deceived you, you deceived yourself. Who realized that today? And the only reason that you deceived yourself, thank you, Auntie, is because you didn't listen. You're welcome. So we can always talk about how people deceived us, but we deceived ourselves first. Me. You said me. Love you to life too, Pumpkin. That part. Mm-hmm. I love you too. It starts with self. It does, Amber. It does. Don't be Samson. You said, yes, I truly love you. Circa, this class is mind blowing. Well, you know what? Hopefully you got some clarity in which way you need to go, or at least start your steps. Okay? Because, baby, I don't want to be sensitive no more. I need my eyes. Okay? I need my eyes. You said I'm seeing an unhealthy pattern within myself. Okay. So, long as you get some revelation every day when you come to class, that's all I can do. You hear me? You said you don't want to be Samson. Exactly. Exactly. And it's a scary place, and you have to go through situations to know how God can move for you, but sometimes we stay in stuff too long. You said don't be a handsome Samson. That part. Yeah. I do not want to be a Samson anymore. God, help me to listen the first time. And of course, doing that helps you see his grace and his mercy, but I just want you to tell me what to do. Cause you batting 100 for 100 so far, and it's scaring me. You was batting 100 for 100 so far. Everything that you done told me about these people, every person you told me not to be around, and that I didn't really know them, and that they weren't really my friends, and that they didn't, it, and then I end up hurt or feeling away or whatever, and it's like, wow, maybe if I listen the first time, hard-headed Circa, then you could keep your eyes. You don't have to be out here stressed out and crazy and deranged and ready to chop a nigga in his throat. Never mind. Moving on. You said thank you for another sit down. Needed it. I love y'all too. So I'll see y'all. I'm about to go. I'll see you later.